All right, what's up? Whoa. All right. Hold on, time out. What the hell did he click out? God damn it. All right, what's up, Turtle Riders? How we doing out there? Look, I'm late tonight, as usual, because I can't figure out how to get rid of this stupid shit below me. If I leave, it's like a shadow. I'm not like a light guy. Go like this, like that. We move some things around here. Nothing works. I do a little thing there. Like, what's happening? I don't know. Either way, it's a work in progress. We'll just have to deal with it. It is what it is. A little ghetto green screen tonight. But anyway, guys, welcome to the show. I've gone ahead and I've shared the link to this stream on the Clarence. No, not the Clarence. I'm so used to saying that. Clarence has like, I think 10 more days in the hole. He'd be out by now if he didn't get that extra sentence. It's been 30 days without Clarence, believe it or not. But he'll be back in like 10 days. So for now, I just shared it on the Turtleboy sports page, as well as the, let me change my mic here, as well as the Uncle Turtleboy page. So go ahead and like both of those, share it up, let people know we're live. I shared it on Twitter. I have 2 Twitter accounts, at Dr. Turtleboy and at Boyfriend. And again, I don't know why I have to suck dick for Twitter followers, but go follow me on there already if you haven't done so. I like to think we're going quickly, but we'll see. I kind of gave up on Parler. I mean, ever since they came back from the getting thrown off the internet, it just, no one's on it. I feel like there wasn't like a big announcement, like Parler's back. So you have to wait for the next big guy. Every time a big guy gets kicked off of Twitter, like Trump was the last one that everyone went to Parler for because Trump got kicked off. And then they kicked Parler off after that because they thought Trump will go to it. So I don't know if it's ever coming back. So it is what it is. But anyway. All right, guys. So welcome to the show. I want to start off by saying, so after last night's live stream, which was like the biggest, we had like well over 400 people the entire time. It was a huge stream. And apparently it resonated with a lot of people. So I started a GoFundMe about 24 hours ago. And what is the GoFundMe up to now? Like, it's like an insane number. It is up to, let's check it out. Where'd it go? GoFundMe. Let's see. We're up to $11,382. Holy shit. So this is going to be fun now. I'm like, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I was really down in the dumps. I'm like, do I really want to freaking pay all this money to like fight this stupid order? I was honestly contemplating, just give me the order, like whatever. I'm not going to contact them anyway. But no, now it's way more fun. Like, you guys put some money in the machine and now you get to see the monkey dance, basically. So I'm going to like document the hell out of this, everything. I'm relieved now because now like I'm going to go to court, but she doesn't have to now because the lawyer can just represent you and it's going to be great. Now, I have a very good attorney who's very excited about doing this. He's just got to get he hasn't passed the bar of Rhode Island, but he's one of the most, I've had him on the show before. He's one of the most famous defamation attorneys in the country. And he's going to hook me up basically. Like, normally something like this would be like $50,000 for him. But he's going to hook it up because he's a turtle rider. And he's sympathetic story. It's a crazy story, isn't it? Like, welcome to my life. It is a crazy world that we're living in. There's never a dull moment around here. Like, I'm still kind of in shock about what happened yesterday. I'm still in shock. If you haven't read the blog that I published today, go read it. It kind of summarized what we talked about on the show last night. It's like 3,500 words, but man, it's just such an important story to get out there. As far as free speech goes, this judge, unlike the 𝗟𝗄𝗄 judge, the Catherine 𝗟𝗄𝗄𝗃 judge, who the ACLU backed me up on that one because the judge who represents the government ordered me in that case to remove the blog about 𝗟𝗄𝗄. That is a First Amendment violation because the government cannot order a private citizen to silence themselves. They can't do that. It's censoring the press. So that's what the ACLU gets in when the government does something. This judge, Melissa Darigan, is very careful with her words. She specifically told him that she can't, because the guy, all he wants is the blog down. Like, that's not all he wants, but that's he's obsessed with getting the blog down, and the blog ain't coming down. Thank you, Lionel, because I appreciate that. Look at the neck on Judge Dipshit. It's bigger than Hulk Hogan's. I think the judge is a BLT. I mean, the thing with this judge is like, I'm so sick of judges. You guys know how I feel about judges. They really think they're kings. They really think they're like kings of the world because they have ultimate job security for life. They can be completely incompetent. Nothing's ever going to happen to them. And this judge in particular, she's somewhat recent, and she's done a lot of high profile cases. Like she did the Roe Act. She a law involving abortion rights there. She litigated a couple involving teachers union. She actually stood up to the teachers union, and there was another one. A gym was being closed down. So she's done a lot of high profile cases in there. And then there's Ashley St.Angelo. So you would think that this woman would like realize what's happening here. But at the end of the day, and I hate to say this, ladies, she's a chick at the end of the day. And call me a massage therapist all you want. Just never forget. They don't. And if they don't like your tone, they're going to be really cunty to you. That's the best way I would describe this woman. She's very cunty. Because she did not like the way that I was emailing, the tone I was using when I was emailing her clerk. Because I'm like trying to get the date switch. And I was pissed. I'm like, why the hell do we got to do this? This is absurd. Like, this guy is stalking us. Like, we're the victim here. I shouldn't have to. I'm like, come on, be flexible about this. I thought they'd be understanding. And when they weren't like flexible with it, I was like, I got a little rude, a little disrespectful with the clerk. I'm like, she didn't respond for like 8 days. So I forgot what I said to her. She's a nice lady. I feel bad. I apologized to her in court yesterday. And I said, I'm sorry about the way, but the judge like yelled at me. That's like the first thing she did. I do not appreciate the tone that you're using with my clerk. Well, I don't give a shit if you appreciate the tone. I'll take whatever fucking tone I want. It's the tone. What is this? Tone? You want me to take this seriously? This is a fucking joke. Your courtroom is a freaking zoo, and I will treat it like a zoo. If you treat your courtroom like a zoo, I will act like I'm at the zoo. So these judges think they're untouchable. Like, you can't disrespect my clerk. I'll disrespect whoever the fuck I want to disrespect. That's up to me. You don't get to decide who I disrespect, honey. And she's mad about the way that I talk to her clerk in the emails. So she's just taking it out on me. That's all this is, punishment. She knows. She asked him straight up in the hearing. Do you have any evidence? Like, do you have any instances where Mr. Carney threatened you or harassed you? No, Your Honor, but I do. I haven't listened to all the tapes yet. So you have nothing. And that right there is like, we'll see if there are any judges. It's like, okay, so you have nothing. Okay, bye. But they didn't do that. She humored her and she's like, this is going to take a while. Okay. Well, if that's the way it's going to be, you see how Turtle Riders respond. She acted dumb too at first. She's like, so she acted like she didn't know what Turtleboy was. And maybe she didn't. But when she went out for the recess, she came back and she had some snide remark about like, Mr. Carney, as terms of the conditions, right? Ashley St.Angelo, what they wanted, what I was willing to do initially, which I regret, and that's off the table now, was take the blog down. Because I'm like, whatever. Like, in my head, I'm also thinking, like, if I take the blog down, it's not like you all forgot about that blog. Like, nobody's just going to forget. The internet's forever. Or what if one of you people makes a little website of your own, maybe called, like, Turtleboy Backup or something like that. And coincidentally, word for word, that same article appears on that website. Yeah, how about that? How about something like that happens? So, like, in my head, I'm thinking ways around this, too, the whole thing. Like, if I take this down, because I still wanted it out there. I didn't want this guy getting away with it, you know? So, yeah, the guy is, I'm like, if he wanted that, I might have given it to him. But they had to get greedy. They wanted more. What really got me is the fact that they wanted the harassment order gone. They wanted to take the harassment prevention order that my family has against this deranged lunatic. And they wanted us to just give it up. It's called an abuse prevention order for a reason. It prevents abuse. If you are harassed by that person, they are subject to arrest, and a warrant goes out in their name. So why am I like, and I think about it, I'm like, the more I think about it, like, that's fucked up. The judge is asking us. She was careful. She didn't tell us we had to. She was very like, are you willing to give this up, Mr. Carney? Are you willing to are you willing to take the blog down? I initially said no. And that made it seem like, well, now Mr. Carney is being unreasonable. He doesn't want to take it down, but I shouldn't have to take it down. I'm not being the unreasonable one here. They're acting like me and him are equal. 𝗟𝗍𝘃𝗍 are equal. He wants, like, I'm harassing, I'm writing mean things about Ashley, and Ashley's doing things to me, and these are equal. It's like, no, they're not. I'm reporting on a story in the news and allegations made against him, credible ones, and documenting it like I always do. And by the way, he also said, well, as part of, Your Honor, I'm in a giving mood, so as part of this agreement, I will agree not to sue him. He said he's going to sue me. Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. What are you going to sue? There's no corporation to sue. I'm also operating in a different state. Good luck figuring that one out, Ashley. The article is First Amendment protected, all of it. And the judge is smart enough to know that, because he asked her several times to have it taken down. She's like, I'm not going to order it to be taken down. I'm not going to do that. The judge's goal was to make this go away. And in order to do that, I had to take the blogs down and give Ashley everything Ashley wanted. Because I think the judge is afraid of Ashley too. Doesn't want to deal with it. Doesn't want to, like, just explain how the Constitution works, this lunatic. Lazy judge. Lazy. And doesn't like me. So we will see. Where was I? We were talking about this. Oh, yeah. So they wanted all these things, and I would have given them the blogs taken down, but you want us to give up an abuse prevention order? That's fucked up. What if, like, that protects us from this monster? Why would you ask us to give that up? And kind of dangle it as a carrot. Oh, if you give this up, this all goes away. If not, I'm going to drag this out. I'm the judge. I could end this right now, or I could drag it out. So let's drag it out. Let's do that instead. That sounds like more fun. I'll have a lawyer. They're going to know what they're talking about, and they are going to roast this. I mean, I am looking forward to seeing how this goes. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes, baby. So I thank everybody who donated to that. We already exceeded the goal. So what I'm going to do with the money is, I feel like I should have a separate account just for, because I'm going to keep needing court, right? And we'll see what happens. Like, I'm still being sued by like 4 people still. Let's not forget that. Genero is still suing me. Mark Aldana is still suing me. Brother Branch is still suing me out of Brockton. Is that it? Oh, Ryan Waters is still suing me in Facebook and shit. We'll see. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. So yeah, now that you guys have, you guys paid for this, you're gonna get your entertainment out of this. You're gonna get the full scoop. We're gonna be following it along. It's gonna be interesting. All right, so I got some video here. On to other things. We can come back to that later, maybe. Our good friend Jill Sheridan. And by the way, I am going to be doing. I'm a day late on Ratchet Madness. The new one's coming out later tonight after this show. The final round. Have you guys been following? Have you guys been voting with Ratchet Madness? You guys want to see who advanced in this one? Let's check it out. I got the Google Doc right here. Let's check it out. All right, tell me this. So, all right, who do you guys think won? Monica Cannon Grant or 𝗏𝗏𝘃𝗀𝘃𝗍? Who do you think won? Go. Who do you think won? Let's see. I think we all know this one. This was the only one that was a landslide. The only one that was like not even remotely close. Yeah, Monica Cannon Grant won. What about in the next one? Because there's a couple surprises here. Jesse Clark versus the Revere cheesesteak chimney who parked in a handicapped spot and said she was a cop. Who do you think won that one? Jesse Clark, by the way, is another lunatic who's made a website called aidencarney.org about me that's just filled with lies. Just a complete psychopath Who do you think won that one? Jessie Clark or Revere? The answer is Jessie Clark. He won that one. Okay. What about Jason Collier or the Gloucester pork coupling, the couple that was having sex on the beach there or simulating it? This was not that close. This was like 33-67. Who do you think won that one? Jason Collier, the Cougar King, or the Gloucester pork coupling? Who do you think won? Yeah, it was the upset. It was the Gloucester pork coupling, the 13 seed one. So Jason Collier is gone. He's out of Ratchet Madness. How about the Roxbury Rumper Pumper versus Freddie Crackroach and the Charleston Chowder Chomper? So that was those Ratchets fighting in Charlestown versus that chick whose apartment burned down. That chick. And then it had the hotel. Underrated, that chick. I'll tell you that one. Underrated. Yeah, she won. Roxbury Rumper Pumper won that one. So she advances. She'll place the pork coupling. Then we got New Bedford Indian GoFundMe Gypsies, the 14 seed versus the Twisted Teabagger, one of my favorite all-time Ratchets, who's just such an underrated Ratchet. She came on the show. And this one, who do you think won this one? It wasn't that close, this one. Who do you guys like? Who do you think won? The Twisted Teabagger from Connecticut or the New Bedford Indian Gypsies? It was the upset there. It was the Indian Gypsies. So the 14 seed won. So all the 14 seeds have advanced, guys. Crazy. That's why they call it Madness, Ratchet Madness. It's madness. Then we got the Wilmington Wiggerzilla versus the Gloucester Ghana Reject, Hannah Flaherty. This was the closest one of all the matchups in this round. Who do you guys think won that one? That crazy chick who said she got COVID on spring break, but was really just using it to scam, and then she lost all her kids against that fucking domestic abusing piece of shit, the Wilmington Wiggerzilla. Who do you think won that one? I love the surprise. I love the surprise. The Gloucester Ghana Reject won a very close one. She's another one that was underrated. I like her. Then we have Talbert Swan, the 10 seed versus the Millbury Snatchhog DCF mom, who was like riding around and got in a fight while they were driving. They lost all their kids. Classic. Who do you guys think won that one? The Millbury Snatchhog or Talbot Swan? It was actually Talbot Swan. Talbot Swan advances in that one. So he will go on to face the winner of Bridget Huckins, the chick who probably had something to do with the disappearance of Ralph G. Marie in Vermont, and Gary Zarola, who raped everybody and laundered money for, some people we know. Let's see. Yeah, the answer is Bridget Huckins won. So those are the ones that advance. Bridget Huckins will play Talbot Swan, the Gloucester Ghana Reject. I like Bridget Huckins. Gloucester Ghana Reject versus New Bedford Indian GoFundMe. I like the Gloucester Ghana Reject, but I think the Indian GoFundMe, people seem to think they're very ratchet, so I think they're going to advance. I like the Roxbury Rumper Pumper to beat the Gloucester Pork Coupling, and of course, I like Monica Cannon Grant to advance. So we'll see. All right, so let's talk about, speaking of advancing, Jill Sheridan's also a 14 seed that advanced. And so she's the Antifa teacher who was at the Peaceful Festival in Bridgewater, where she lives, and she disrupted it. And we've been over this. We did a whole show on it. And but she's still going strong. And she appeared the other night at a school committee meeting. And again, don't message me because I'm going on Facebook here. Let me see. Close all chats. Okay. So let me pull this up. Nope. Share screen. We will do that one. Okay. All right. So you guys got to watch this. This is too good. This is too good. This is a Bridgewater town meeting. I love this town is like all grumpy old white dudes running the town. It's a throwback, Bridgewater. I think it's a conservative. I think this is a Trump town too. I want to say, don't hold me to that. I don't know if we have any Bridgewater people in the house, but so check out what she says here. And let me know if you guys can hear this audio too. If you can't hear it, I'll change the mic setup.
You're next. Yeah, well, I do appreciate that 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is talking about, inclusion flags and pride flags. But I think the more immediate need is that we actually had a white nationalist rally in town that was, as far as I know, town funded and police supported, not intentionally, but by manipulation of the rally organizers. And I'd like the town council under, I think it's section 14, I looked it up during the past 2 hours after I listened to the meeting. I believe section 14 of the town council rules.
Can you guys hear that okay? Okay, so time out.
Should have a response to my inquiry about, how the rally was funded. And I brought this up.
Can you guys hear that?
Last Tuesday night at the town council.
Can you hear that?
And I just want to.
Yes or no? Is that good?
That I just want to help.
Okay, time out.
People accountable for the gross myth.
I'm gonna start over.
Town resources.
Let me start over because I got to change the mic. Then I don't know why that doesn't work. You can hear it. See that? Yeah, it's like if I don't. Now I'm going to use the computer mic, but then my voice isn't going to sound as legit. But whatevs, we'll just switch it back and forth. Someday I'll have a real producer and we'll figure this out. We won't be so ghetto. All right. So let's listen to her again. We'll start from the top. Sorry about that if you heard it the first time, because her voice, I have to apologize for her voice. It's just the word. Because she always talks like this, and we don't really know why she talks like this, but she always starts low, and then she goes high, and then it's like ends everything in like a question mark, because that's just how she talks, and she doesn't really know why. Here, oh, God. Imagine being married to this woman.
Our town officers, our government, and our citizens stepping on your toes.
Thank you. Sheridan, you're next.
Yeah, well, I do appreciate that 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is talking about, inclusion flags and pride flags. But I think the more immediate need is that we actually had a white nationalist rally in town that was, as far as I know, town funded and police supported.
Okay.
Not intentionally, but by manipulation of.
Time out right there. We're just going to stop right there. White nationalist rally. Was this a white nationalist rally that happened? I don't know. Let's go to the tape. Let's find out. Let's see what happens when we look at the tape. Let me bring it up here. Here's the blog. Okay, let's check it out. Stop screen, share. We'll come back to that. But we're just going to analyze everything she says here because this gets good. Okay. Oh, there's Rayla. Rayla's my favorite white nationalist. Front and center every time with these things. They don't even know what to do. Oh, I love it. Okay. So here's your white nationalist rally. Let's see what happened. Let's see if it was actually a white nationalist rally. Because I love how they just throw it out there. Look at this white nationalist rally. Oh, it's a black woman singing too. Look at these white nationalists. Look at them. Oh, man. Where's the Klan hoods? Look at them. They're out of control. Oh, look at this white nationalist. Look at her. Oh, she's in the Klan. She's definitely in the Klan. Look, oh, that's their secret handshake that they're doing right there. Look at them all. The guy with the trumpet. That's a classic white nationalist instrument. Louis Armstrong was a secret undercover white nationalist too. He used to play that trumpet all night long. The robes are in the trunk. Oh, they're in the wash. They're in the wash. They got the robes in the wash. And then she goes, remember, Jill Sheridan appears. Where does she appear? Let's see. See what happens. Okay, so here's all the white nationalists out there. Look at them all. Look at all these white nationalists. Look at these women. There's like 25 people there. Oh, there she is. There she is right there. With her. Look at her. Oh, man. Oh, they're doing a kick line. The white nationalists love kick lines. Oh, my God. Look at this chick. Look at her. Look at these white nationalists. Uh-oh. What's the plan? What's the plan? Oh, they're going to work up some moves. This is such a pathetic plea for attention. That's all this was on her part. Like, notice that nobody's giving her there what she wants. Attention. That's it. Even the women next to her, like, nobody's like, can I read your sign? Or like, can I argue with you? Like, nobody's even looking for that. Like, these people came here to party and do a kick line and just enjoy the day without masks on. And this woman shows up with a sign, and what she's looking for is a fight. She wants them to be like, Blue Lives Matter too. So she can be like, no, actually, did you know that Black lives also matter more because everybody knows that Blue Lives Matter, but nobody recognizes that. That's what she's looking for, that dialogue, that back and forth, and nobody's giving it to her. Nobody's giving her the attention that she craves. So she goes out seeking it, and that's when this comes in. There she goes. Okay, so they're like, why aren't you guys paying attention to me? Look, I have a sign, and I'm dancing. See, I'm outrageous. Oh! And so now I'm going to go into there, white nationalist circle. I'm going to go over here. Here's a nice lady. Oh, let's grind on her. Oh, yeah, grind. Woo! Give it to her. Look at her. Smack that ass, girl. Woo! Yeah. Man. White nationalism is scary. That's all I got to say about that. I don't fuck with white nationalists. Those people don't mess around. So back to her. White nationalists. They say this shit with a straight face. And if they say it enough times, it becomes the truth to them. Like, it's just amazing how they just throw it out there. White nationalist rally. You guys saw that? Did that look like a white? Did I miss the white power flag or the signs? I didn't see anything. I saw Rayla Campbell and people dancing and shit. So let's listen more to what she's got to say.
Of the rally organizers, and I'd like the town council under, I think it's section 14. I looked it up during the past 2 hours after I listened to the meeting. I believe section 14 of the town council rules and procedures state that you should have a response to my inquiry about, how the rally was funded. And I brought this up last week,
how the rally was
last
funded?
Tuesday night at the town council meeting. And I just want to, I can't stress enough that, like, I just want to help.
Did anybody ever ask, like, how was the Black Lives Matter riots funded? Did anybody ask that ever? Like, how much did the police details at the riots cost? Did anybody ever ask that? All of a sudden, they're fiscal hawks, these liberals. Liberals don't like to spend money, don't you know? They don't like that. They're very strict with their accounting of government finances. They don't like things getting by. They want to know who paid for this, who paid for those police details. Well, probably the taxpayers, because that's how it works. But anyway, they go on.
You hold people accountable for the gross manipulation of our town resources, our town officers, our government, and our citizens. And I mean, aside from the fact that my family has had to flee our home.
Wait, what?
And then, the response to that was that I just listened to 2 hours of like budget.
Wait. We're just going to gloss over that part. She fled her home, guy. Okay, I'm not making light of it because it would be funny if it happened. I'm laughing because it didn't happen. She didn't flee her home. That literally, these people, they love to victimize themselves, don't they? It's the only thing that they know how to do is just, I'm the victim. Like, it's amazing. You saw in that video, she was the aggressor the whole time she was there. She was with people who got arrested. Remember, she showed up with Antifa, because she is Antifa, one of whom came with with a loaded gun and assaulted a police officer and had posted insanely violent, threatening things on social media about killing cops. And she showed up with him to disrupt this family event. Why would you bring a loaded gun to a family event in Bridgewater? What are you looking to do? We all know what they're looking to do, of course, and that's disrupt it. Because they can't stand these people. They are the aggressors. These people were minding their own business. Remember, she had her own rally in Bridgewater that day for Breonna Taylor, who I'm sure appreciated that very much. This random white woman in Bridgewater, rallying for her. So these people, again, nobody, you're not fleeing your home. Nobody published your address. You're not scared. You're still going out in public and doing shit. But these people, it's like the second you write about them, they're just like, oh my God, I'm scared for my life. This is the new thing. Remember, Taylor Lorenz did it at the New York Times. They all do it. It's like if you criticize them or put them out there, if you have like a big platform like I do, and you put their name out there, oh my God, I'm in fear for my life. I had to flee my home. No, you didn't. You didn't go anywhere.
It's in no response to that from police or town officials. That like sort of laissez-faire response is, it's deafening, and I'm hoping Bridgewater will do better. I do want to help you. I feel like we're all on the same team with this. And I feel like we need answers to why this rally was, and I really don't think anybody understood the magnitude of what was coming to town.
What was the,
but I do want to stress that
we understood the magnitude of what was coming to town. Dancing, trumpeters, old people dancing awkwardly, boomers dancing. Like what was the magnitude of what came to Bridgewater that day? You tell me. Oh, yeah, actually, I do know what came to town. Armed Antifa. That's who came to town. Yeah. So go on, Jill.
I did tell people that this was happening. I told you there were white nationalists coming to town with affiliations to Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, alt-right, media personalities. And now
she told them, guys. But here's the problem, Jill, is that when you tell everybody, when you call everybody a white nationalist, and then you like go and tell the town council, oh my God, the white nationalists are coming, they're just not going to believe you, because they're like, yeah, you think everyone's a white nationalist, so we're just not paying attention to you anymore because you're a fucking idiot. She goes on.
I'm targeted as a public school teacher for that, and literally don't feel safe in my own home, and nobody has addressed that.
Okay, I'm targeted as a public school teacher because of that. Her failure to take any sort of responsibility for it's just amazing how tone deaf she is. You're not, first of all, you're not being targeted, you're being criticized. And you're being criticized because of your aggressive behavior and the fact that you're a teacher acting this way in public, thrusting yourself on strangers, getting in the faces of small children and screaming at them, taking your mask off to berate police officers, disrupting a family event with armed, violent thugs who start fights and hit cops. That's what you're not being attacked. You're being criticized for that, as you should be, because you're a horrible person and you're an absolute disgrace, So go on. What else? She's scared for her life. She's sleeping on the couch.
I've emailed town council. I've emailed town managers. The world. I've emailed the world. Nobody wants to address that. And I feel like because it was brought up last week, this needs to be addressed here tonight. And I really am asking for that. This isn't an effort to like call people out or get anyone in trouble. I just want accountability. And more than that, I want safety for myself, so I can go to sleep tonight and not feel like I have to sleep in my living room.
Wait.
I don't feel safe.
Why are you sleeping in the living room if you're unsafe? Wouldn't you be safer in the bedroom? Especially if your bedroom's upstairs. Why would you sleep on the first floor? That doesn't make any sense at all. She's like, acting like I want to feel safe. So like, what could the Bridgewater Board of Selectmen here do to make you feel safe exactly? What could they do? Oh, we're going to protect you from Rayla Campbell. She might come to your house and throw bricks through your window, or like they did to Ashley St.Angelo, or all these people, Jeffrey. They all had the same thing happen. I feel unsafe. Somebody threw bricks through my window. No, they didn't, bitch. You're just making shit up. It's the same playbook with these people.
I don't feel protected here. And that's very disheartening to me. I know
you're
I have
not
4
the
kids,
victim.
Public school teacher, just a mom. And I just want answers.
Oh, I'm just a mom.
So 𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃 can talk about like this flag and that flag flying.
She's just a mom, guys. She just shows up to events with Antifa. She's just a mom, though.
But you know what? We just funded a white nationalist rally. So maybe that's the more immediate concern at this point. And please, I am just asking for answers. That's it. Am I at 3 minutes yet? Because I could go on. I mean,
Oh, we know you
just
could.
want somebody to be responsible so that this doesn't happen again, so that we don't make Bridgewater these people that organized this rally weren't from Bridgewater. None of them. They're Western Mass and Rhode Island. And
they're not even from here.
Trying to make it sound like the counter protesters were like these violent Antifa, fascist, leftists, like whatever.
She goes, they're trying to make it seem like the counter protesters, were these violent Antifa, fascists, leftists, whatever. Well, were they? Were they Antifa? Let's find out. Actually, let's go to the archives for one moment. Let's see if we had let's see if there's any truth to that, shall we? Because the thing about me is you can't get away with lying. I'm going to call you out on it every time. So here's the 3 gentlemen that were arrested. These are the 2 that she showed up with. Jake 𝗟𝗂𝘃. Let's see. Is he Antifa? Oh, there he is. He's posted pictures of cops getting burnt with the symbol frying baking. Okay, excellent. Here he is with guns. Okay, excellent. AR-15s. Shut the fuck up, capitalist. So he wasn't a fascist. That was wrong. He's a communist. He's a communist, actually. All cops are bastards. That's lovely. What else has he got here? He's got defending Moses Harris. It's great. Oh, here's this one. Oh, literally wearing an Antifa hat. Literally wearing an Antifa hat. So where on earth would anyone get the idea that these people were terrorists? And again, this is what she did.
A couple of months ago, there was a bill in the state legislature, the so-called police reform bill, that did nothing to reform police and just made us all unsafe. That bill was a bad bill, and that bill has to be defeated. We have people. We have
Why would she? What's she doing?
Legislature who have taken an oath of
There's your
to
stupid
protect us,
son.
but they're doing just the opposite. They're turning against the cops, which in turn they turn against us. Those politicians have to be thrown out of office.
I love the guy in the bathroom. Throw him out.
It took a lot of activity in the.
So we've all seen that tape. Let's go back to see what Jill's got to say. It's just so amazing that the cognitive dissonance here. Like, there's tape of it all. There's tape. Everything you're saying right now is easily disprovable because it's on tape. You sought out the freaking attention and you got it.
Name it. I've called it, and it's disgusting, and it's not true. And
it is true.
It's a gross manipulation of our town. Our town, you, me, our officers, our government, our citizens. I'm a public servant. I'm a school teacher. It's what I do, So please, I'm asking for a response to that. I'm asking for support for that. And I want to work together with this, honestly, to make sure this is, accounted for and answered. So I'm asking my town councilor, Mr. Souza, you did call me back Friday, and we've been playing phone tag and trying to get in touch. Michael Dutton.
Give her the gong. They need a gong.
3 minutes. I apologize, but.
So is there an answer?
Thank you.
Is there an answer
14,
or
chapter 14 or section 14?
No, but
town council should answer to that tonight.
No, they're like, nah, bitch, you're not getting shit. Nothing.
Mr. Rollins, so Ms. Sheridan, this isn't normally the way we go about it.
Anyway, let's go. So another woman spoke too.
Are there any other citizens?
All right.
That like
so check this out. So this other woman who is like, I don't know if she's African American or what, but she's definitely a BIPOC, which is great. Love diversity. Her name is 𝗟𝗄𝗎 Mainville or something like that, and she has strong feelings about yours truly. Let's see what she has to say about this event.
Mr. President, I had a chat from 𝗟𝗄𝗎 Mainville and Sam Baumgarten, and I also see Susie Robinson.
So that's her on the bottom down there.
Yes, Mainville, you're on.
Hello, everyone. Cleone Mainville, 25 Curve Street. I joined this call in support of two things. One, the flag, as 𝗏𝐶CR has already articulated, and again, based on what Jill has shared. I'm going to share some vulnerability tonight. What has happened to Jill can happen to any one of us. And
wait, what has happened to Jill? What has happened to Jill could happen to any one of us. Yeah, all you have to do is disrupt the family event with armed Antifa thugs, assault some cops, harass some children, dry hump some, menopausal women. And yeah, it could happen to any of us. If you do those things, you might end up on Turtleboy. You might end up criticized for it. You might. What? It's amazing. The fantasy world that they live in. Go ahead. What else you got to say?
There is this group that's called Turtleboy, and that is a huge fear of mine in my advocacy to.
There's this group called, so we're a group now. I thought Turtleboy was a blog or a show. So there's a group called Turtleboy, and it's a big fear of hers. This is taking place at a public meeting. What do you have to, what are you afraid of? I took the kids out for bike rides today and shit. You don't have to, I'm not going to hurt you. Of course, they're not going to listen to this. They're not going to pay. In their mind, they're not really scared of me. Of course they're not. They were scared of me. They wouldn't be doing these things, but they're not. They're just really good at playing the victim. It's the only thing that they know how to do. So she goes on.
Promote diversity, inclusion, and equity, and to feel that
diversity,
I cannot speak out against injustices or work in a certain way to elevate the voices of those that are marginalized is a true concern. It's a true fear.
So she says she's fearful of speaking out for those who are marginalized because she might end up on Turtleboy. Meanwhile, she's speaking at a public meeting about Turtleboy. But she's scared, guys. She's really, really scared. Oh, yeah. So scared. What are you scared of? If you say and do some stupid shit, I might criticize you for it. Big deal. Ask 𝗏𝗏𝘃. She got over it. It's you'll be okay. Whatever. There's people that I've written about 5,000 times before that just don't give a shit. You'll be okay. It's not a big deal if you get blogged about once. It's not the end of the world.
And she's been being targeted by this group, and to not have those questions addressed sends a clear message to any of us in the social justice realm that we cannot find comfort or protection from our town. This group has targeted other social justice organizations that
First of all, time out. What do I have to do with any of this? I wasn't at the event. I didn't organize the event. I just commented on it. I saw it was all over the Facebook, so I wrote about it. I did this? Well, how am I doing this? And now she's going to say that I disrupted other social justice events.
Work with. It has happened in Taunton.
What?
It has happened in Easton.
What?
And here we're having it again. And so just like...
it happened. I disrupted social justice events, guys, in Taunton and Easton that she does. She's a professional social justice, whatever thing. And do I have that Taunton blog? Hold on. I know it's here somewhere. Hold on. I got it, actually. TV Daily News. There we go. Check this one out. So I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? I'm like, when did I write a blog about Taunton social justice? So I just searched for it. Here it is. Taunton woman leads charge to remove thin blue line mural painted by students from high school 1 month after cop died. So remember, Taunton had a police officer die from COVID. I think he's one of 3 or 4 cops in the state that died from COVID. John Borges. And he was very well liked in the community. And he's honored at the high school with this thin blue line mural that some organization decided need to be attacked. So this is right outside the school resource officer's office too. And the kids like it, etc. And then this woman comes along. I don't even remember her name. And she basically decides that this can't be there anymore. So that's what I did. I criticized a woman who was attacking the honor of a cop who recently died. And somehow they've created this world where I'm the bad guy because of that. It's remarkable. These people's ability to victimize themselves. Like, I'm the bad guy there because I criticized you, dead cop. Okay. She goes on.
Mr. Keith, I don't know your last name, has articulated here, this cannot be delayed. It is not something out of convenience. It is a real and true fear. If you type in Jill's name, it is blasted everywhere. Her address, her pictures, her family.
Who posted her address anywhere? They're just making shit up. And she put herself in the public spotlight. Now, I'm making myself small here. I want you to watch Jill Sheridan's reaction to this. Because remember, she's right here in the middle. There she is. And just listen. She's like, this is like the greatest moment of her life. She's like, yes, oh my God, a black woman is saying nice things about me. This is literally her goal in life. And she's making me a black woman is making me a victim. This is like, oh my God, I'm going to come. Basically, that's what she's thinking right now. Here she goes.
Family, and it could be any one of us. And if, for those who know me, we've been very cautious about our advocacy. We come with compassion, and I'm asking that be done here. This is a level of concern. It is not just something to kind of
too good. It's too good.
Incite or agitate.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Of safety.
Look at her. Look at her.
It's a matter of kind of any one of us.
Please make it end.
Thank you.
Please make it end soon, God. I'm so impressed. Oh my God.
Ms. Robinson, I believe you're next, and then Mr. Baumgarten, you'll be after Ms. Robinson.
Oh, I laughed so hard when I saw that the first time. I laughed so hard. She's crying. Oh, the fake cry. These people, man. This woman should be lucky she has a job. She should be thanking her lucky stars that she worked for some hack superintendent and hack principal, social justice warrior douchebag who just lets her do this. Like, if she was a right winger, if she stepped anywhere near the Capitol on January 6th, she would have been fired immediately. But this is okay. This is okay. Okie dokie. So that's about it. That's all I got with that. I didn't really have that much to say about that. Just some new audio I thought we could all laugh at, because I like to give you guys content that other people don't get. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And oh yeah, if you're not a subscriber, smash that subscribe button. We're getting a lot of subs lately. We're on a roll here. We're on a roll. All right. So why don't I take any questions you guys have? Anything you guys want to talk about? Fire away. I will answer as best I can. I think Catherine's the one that sent me. I don't know if Catherine's the one that sent me that. Somebody sent me that tape. It was too good. I'm like, thank you to whoever sent me that tape. So if you have any questions, fire away. We need Turtleboy gang. Gang. Turtleboy gang. I mean, we're basically a gang at this point, right? Like, people live in fear of us, guys. Turtleboy gang. Oh my God. Yeah, UMass is missing like their top scorer and stuff because of COVID. It's so stupid. Just get COVID. Who cares? Who cares? And by the way, have you guys seen the new studies that have come out? Like, in Texas, it's been a month now since Dr. Fauci freaked out about masks and like, oh my God, they're getting rid of masks in Texas. It's too soon, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Their infection, hospitalization rate, all that stuff is way down. And the states that have the mask mandates, it's way up. Almost as if, I just laugh at the masks. I again today, I went to Walgreens before the show. I had to pick up some toothpaste, and I went in there, and I didn't wear my mask. I had it in my pocket. I always keep my mask in my pocket now, and I'm just waiting to see what happens. It's so weird going into a store without a mask on. You feel weird the whole time, and you shouldn't. It's this crazy thing we've created where like I am like getting away with something here. I don't have a diaper on my mouth. And I'm like just waiting for somebody to give me a dirty look because you stand out. Everybody knows you're the guy without the mask. And guess what? Nobody looked at me. I walked by other customers. Nobody cares. And I'm sure they're thinking in their heads, like, that guy's got to figure it out. Why am I doing this? Not because I don't like following the rules, because I'm trying to because I'm a leader. Turtleboy's a leader. And we need to start, like, when other people see it, they're like, maybe I'll do that too. Because the masks are never going to end. I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet. We have vaccines, and even like our stupid president has a vaccine. He wears 2 masks. Why? Why? What is the purpose of this? Masks don't even work. And you got the vaccine. It's literally like there's no reason whatsoever to do it. There's none. And that's why I'm not getting the vaccine. I mean, people are like, I don't give a shit about COVID. I don't care if I get COVID. Big deal. Big deal. I can handle COVID. Give me a break. Wouldn't even know I had it. All right, other questions. The mask is very much a test of compliance, and we failed that test. We failed that test, baby. We do need a 𝗃𝗃 appearance, somebody said. We got to get him back on. It's a good question. What will you say if somebody tells you they need to put it on? Well, are they an employee? If they're an employee, then I'll do it because they have the ability to just kick me out of the store, and I need my toothpaste. But if it was like some private citizen, Karen, I'm like, have a nice day. Nah, probably just going to buy this instead. So I got my toothpaste. I went up to the register. Of course, the cashier had her mask on, and she's like, I'll take you up over here. I go over there, pay for it. She didn't look at me weird or anything. And I just bought my toothpaste and I left. This is what normal life is supposed to be like. You go into the store and you buy stuff and you give them money and then you leave. That's it. That's how a normal society works. Yeah, need Druid back on. We need more guests in general. Anything else? They say, I can't wear one. Think, oh, thank you. Yeah. No, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. Or, you know what I was going to say? I'm like, oh, no, it's cool. I got the vaccine. So I'm good. You don't have to worry about me. I got the vaccine. Have you talked to the police? No, I have to call the Holden police tomorrow to let them know. And the Fitchburg police. I'm going to try to see if we can get that warrant extraditable. Because I want this guy arrested. Or I was just going to do this thing. Just go around like this, right? I've had other people tell me, oh, you can't do that. That's not a mask. What the hell's the difference? There's literally people that wear these bandanas. Why can't you do this? It's all stupid, man. It's all stupid. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting into my personal life. If I see people asking stuff like that. Not going to be doing that. Anything else you guys want to ask me? Monica updates she's pregnant. That's about it. She's still a piece of shit. What the hell's going on here? Well, that works. Oh. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Book 2. Yeah, I'll probably start reading that soon. Ryan Waters updates. No, nothing. Another Patriot player. Yeah, we had Philip Adams for 1 year. He killed 5 people today, including 2 kids. Awful. And then himself. The 60 Minutes DeSantis thing is, I love Ron DeSantis. And he's so good, man. He is, everything that comes out of his mouth is golden. Golden. He's turned that state into model for success. I just love his fingers, the way he wags his fingers and stuff like that. He has all of the good characteristics of Donald Trump without any of the bad ones. He's a much sharper, polished, younger version of Donald Trump. And the way 60 Minutes edited that video, they don't like him because Florida's doing so well. And they're not doing what you're supposed to do. They don't do masks. They don't do lockdowns. They're free. And so that pisses them off. They're like, no, you have to do this. You must be hiding. You must be cooking the numbers. That's their favorite thing. You're cooking the books. No. And on top of that, he's very good. He's banned critical race theory in Florida. He's done everything. He wants big tech censored. Every single issue Ron DeSantis gets right. And his stock is rising drastically, especially with people like Kristi Noem going down. Gutless people like that. So 60 Minutes decided he needed to be destroyed for that reason. So the best that they could come up with is that he made Publix, which is the biggest grocery store in Florida, the vaccine epicenter for Floridians. And they gave him $100,000. They also gave the Democrat, I think, like $50,000. So these big companies donate to both candidates. That's what companies do, is they don't want to get the short end of the stick. They donate to both sides. Well, the tape that they played of DeSantis, she asks a question, the reporter, and I use that term loosely, asks him, isn't that pay to play? What you happened there? And he just says, fake news, fake. It was very Trumpian the way he said it. And that is the effect that they wanted. They're like, they are trying to turn Ron DeSantis into Donald Trump part 2.0, but only the bad parts about Trump. The rude parts, the fake news parts, stuff like that. Stuff that people didn't like, that Trump was criticized for. Then they played the tape, the whole tape. They cut out 3 minutes of tape between the question and when he's like fake news. And during those 3 minutes, he started explaining. He's like, yes, we put it up for CVS and Walmart. They weren't ready to distribute it yet. And Publix was. And so they stepped up and we said, okay, let's do it. And Publix, everybody has a Publix near them in Florida. And we vaccinated seniors before any other state. He just starts listing Florida's accomplishments. They cut all of that out. And then they just put in the part where he's like, fake news. That's a fake narrative. That's it. And because he told them all that stuff. And she's like, well, this is pay to play. It's like, did you listen to anything I just said? Nothing. There's such dishonest, lying hacks. They're evil. I grew up trusting I grew up trusting the news. I don't trust them anymore. And neither should you, because they're lying scumbags. That's what they do. And Ron DeSantis is going to appeal to a lot of people that Donald Trump did not. A lot of people were just like, yeah, the personality, the tweets, I can't deal with it. I can't get down with that. Heavy D is all the good parts about Trump without any of the bad. He is going to win. He's going to be either the 47th or the 48th president, depending on whether or not Kamala, throws Joe Biden down a flight of stairs in the next 3 years. But he's going to be the president. Like, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Especially if he's running against somebody like Kamala Harris, who is so unlikable. So, what else you guys got? Anything else? He's the best. I got to start making DeSantis shirts. Trying to find the Justice League. Anyone know? The Justice League. 17. I'm not getting the vaccine because I don't care. I'm not scared of COVID. My thoughts on the passport is it's Orwellian. And not only should states not require it, but states should pass laws saying that private businesses cannot ask for it. They can't, that can't be the standard, that you have to have your papers to get into Walmart. No. That they should be. A lot of governors have straight up banned it. Even this loser from Arkansas banned it. DeSantis banned it. He gets it. Greg Abbott's banned it. Brian Kemp has banned it. And I will tell you one thing about Brian Kemp in Georgia. I didn't really like that guy because he's like kind of boring and stale. But they're not backing down. The whole country is picking on Georgia because they want people to show ID when they vote. And Kristi Noem and Asa Hutchinson in Arkansas, they caved. When the mob came after them, they caved on their conservative principles. Not Brian Kemp, though. They're just like, fuck you. We're raising taxes on Delta then. I won't drink another Coke product. The problem is Pepsi is just as bad, but you shouldn't drink that shit anyway. It's bad for you. There's nothing good about Coke. There's no redeemable qualities about Coca-Cola. Yeah, it tastes good. Yeah. It's fucking soda's like you take a glass of water and you put some iced tea powder in it. It's just as good. Trust me. You'll be fine. I can live without Coke. The issue is with all the airlines are now woke. And like when you go to purchase a plane ticket, you're just going to take the cheapest one. You don't care what airline. Have you ever like been like, no, I can't do that because I can't fly United. I can't fly Delta. You're not going to do that. It's not realistic. So unfortunately, it's hard to boycott the airlines, you know? But if any company came along and was just like, we are the company that says, fuck you to the woke squad, then it is what it is. Did Hamdia really criticize me for going after a trans? Is she still fucking going at it? Maybe I should call the AG. I never had time to do that this week. All right. Anything else, guys? Before we call it a night? Spirit Airlines is notorious, but they're so cheap. That's why people fly Spirit. I mean, they can report the GoFundMe all they want, but what are they going to report? Why would GoFundMe take it down? I mean, I'm very honest with there. I'm like, I'm raising money for legal fees. You're allowed to raise money for legal fees. So I'm doing that. And if it does happen, then all that money gets refunded to the people who donated. That's worst case scenario. And then we just use a different platform. I'll be fine. If people are all worried about like, oh, let's go after this tech company. Let's get these people to deplatform. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. If I got kicked off of YouTube, I'd find it like we'd go on Rumble or something. We'd be okay. Or just live stream on my site. We'll be good. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's one thing I've learned from all this deplatforming. I used to think it was the end of the world. It's just another opportunity to try to, and it kind of like improves your street cred. Like I am one of the most gangsta people on the internet. Like, let's be honest, in terms of street cred, as far as like censored, I'm up there with the big dogs. Alex Jones, Milo, Turtleboy. I'm up there, man. I mean, getting banned from PayPal was a hard one. A lot of people get banned from Twitter or Facebook. PayPal though, your move, Milo. Yeah, I mean, PayPal. Like, we'll figure it out. Like, I'll get it done. I'll pass a boot around. We'll be good. I'll be fine. Don't you worry. We'll be good. Like Michelle says, you guys would find me. You guys would find me. Like, we're not going. I still have a website. WordPress is rock solid, and WordPress is not taking me down. We'll be good. Trust me. These people, they love it. They love it. They think they have these victories. It's like, no, I'll be good. We're going to get them on Stripe. Okay, go for it. You don't think I can find another payment processor? We'll get it done. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, I mean, I got Cash App. I mean, you're going to get me banned from TD Bank? What are you going to do? All right. I guess that's it. I guess we're a gang now too, guys. So watch out there. Don't threaten anybody. Don't show up at their home. Don't throw bricks through the windows. Nothing like that. Don't get the vaccine. No, I'm just kidding. Get it if you want to. I don't really give a shit. But we will talk to you guys on, when are we going to see you guys next? Saturday night, right? Peace, Turtle Riders.